Hello folks, the old hunter here. Say the old hunter, I'm wearing a fishing hat. This is the hat that my wife and my son got me for Father's Day. It says Cox's Fishing Camp. I love it. Okay. I'm gonna do a little show today about some stuff I made. And I'll tell you a story behind it, okay? We had some dear friends that lived north of here. And I used to hunt on the land and everything. They finally got up in their 90s, wasn't able to really take good care of stuff like they need to be. And a great grandson been after him for years to move up there on his property in Louisiana so he could watch after him. And they finally had to decide they had to do it. Well, about 6 months before they moved, a big wind come through and blew down a great big cedar tree. You can see how big it was. It was bigger than this. That's filled up the tree, the trunk. And Mr. Charles asked me, he says, would you cut it loose from the root ball or we could drag it out of the yard? I said, sure. So I went up there. This was after it was down probably about 3 or 4 months, and I cut it loose. And their grandson helped me too. He was there working. And great big black ants that eat holes all inside that doggone tree. You would not believe. Well, I decided I wanted to get some of that cedar because I got a friend of mine that I've known since the 2nd grade, lives down on the coast. His son is kind of handicapped and he likes to make stuff. So I said, he might want some of that cedar to make stuff out of it. I've seen some stuff he's made and he does beautiful work. So I brought him some pieces of that cedar tree. Well, I decided later on that I wanted to make a clock out of a piece of that cedar tree. And I wanted to make Josie, our friend, and we used to live there, a clock out of a piece of that cedar tree to have something to remember because they both cried like babies when they had to leave. They was there for a long time. Well, this is one of them I made right here. If you look, you'll see the holes in it where the ants eat holes in it. Well, me and my wife, we love to leave stuff natural, so we left the holes in it. I didn't try to fill them in or nothing, left them natural. That's the way we like stuff, you know. So I made this one. And I had some more pieces that I cut up. And I'll show her. She says, oh, I like this one better. Well, I'll show you the other clock I made. I wound up making 3 of them all together. But I wound up, this one I made for me because she liked the other one better, so I had to make her one. All right, I'll get the other clock and I'll show that to you. Okay, I was showing you a clock that I made out of a piece of that cedar out of my friend's yard. And I cut this piece here. My wife liked this better than the piece up there. So I made her a clock out of this piece. So we both got a clock now. And you can see the holes in it. And she loves the holes, likes all the little cracks and stuff. And it is a beautiful piece of wood. And so I got me a clock, and she has her a clock now. Okay, now I'm going to show you one that I made for our friend Josie and Charles that lived on the piece of property. I'll go get it, and I'll come back and show it to you. Okay, so I cut another piece of cedar after I made her a clock. I made me a clock because I wanted to make one for our friends because this come out of their yard and something for them to remember their place by.
Yeah.
So I made her this clock in. You can see it's got the holes in it and everything. And I know she's going to love it. So when we go over there for a visit, I'm going to bring it to her. You see, it's got a crack in it and everything, you know. And that's just a natural wood. And the way I made to hang them on the wall, which made it so easy, I just grew a cup hook down there and I got an eye bolt to put it to the wall or to a stud. It makes it so easy to hang it up there instead of trying to find something on the back of the clock to hang it on. Okay, we're going to go into the kitchen and I'm going to show you one that a friend of our son, the one that I brought the cedar to, he made us a clock too. We're going to show you that one too. Okay, this clock here is the one that a real good friend of ours we've known since the 2nd grade. His son made this one for us. And we love it to death. He's even got our names routed in it. It's hard to see, but you can tell. And the main reason I don't have this clock in the living room was we can't read that. It's too small, so we had to put it in the kitchen. I had to make one with bigger hands. But we love it to death. Thank you so much, little Maxie. We love it to death. Okay, one. Okay, this one here, she wanted one for the bed, her bathroom, so I made her a little one. I have a small piece of the cedar for the bathroom. So now she got 2 clocks. I got one. Our friends has got one that's come off that cedar out of their yard. Okay, folks, that's the end of the show, and I hope you enjoyed seeing some of the stuff I've made. And we'll talk at y'all later. Noah Hunter signing off, and life is short and death is forever.